In West St. Louis County, there is a special place where birds from near and far congregate, where they find the best medical care, where they nest and offer hope for the survival of their own kind, where they serve to teach about their lives and the environment to others. That place is the World Bird Sanctuary. 3 decades ago, it started with little more than a dream and a few dedicated people. Walter Crawford is a founder and guiding force behind this organization. His interest in the natural world started early when his family lived in South America.
And where most kids were growing up, in TV rooms and stuff, I was out in the jungle. And I think that the birds more than anything caught my eye. And when I came back to the United States and moved back to my mother's hometown, St. Genevieve, I had every kind of bird you could have legally in the yard there at one time or another. And that worked my way into the military, where I trained eagles for the Army before I went to Vietnam. And when I came back from the service, after seeing what I saw and been through what I had, I decided there's got to be a better way I can make a contribution to this world. And so I just decided to dedicate my life to that. And for better or worse, I'm here, and that's what happened, and it's too late to turn around now. And we started out primarily as a rehabilitation organization, taking in injured birds because there was no one in the state doing it at the time. We have very qualified veterinarians, a great rehabilitation team.
Most of these barred owls are head trauma cases, so you're looking for blood in the mouth, and the nostrils, and the ears, and the eyes. Got an old fracture. I've been working with birds of prey for about 15 years now. Started when I was in veterinary school, and I just really enjoyed working with them. And I feel like we do so much in this world to harm them that we need to give something back, and so that's what I feel I'm doing.
Each bird here has a story, and that's what we like to tell, because it tells a little bit about how we ended up with the bird, why it's here.
This is a red-shouldered hawk that was brought to us by a Missouri Department of Conservation agent about a week ago. Usually if a hawk or other young bird is out of the nest, it's best to either leave them alone or try to put them back in the nest. In this case, the nest was destroyed and there was no chance of replacing it and letting the parents take care of it.
So to feed these birds, the staff uses a blind box, preventing the birds from seeing their benefactor and avoiding imprinting that might bond bird to human.
We want the birds we're going to release back into the wild to know they're birds and to view people as a wild bird would. We don't want them to get used to us, to look to people for food, or to see people as territorial rivals. We want them to be wary of people and all the hazards associated with people.
But people don't always pose a danger to birds. The visitors of all ages that flock to the World Bird Sanctuary would rather feast on the sights and the sounds.
I think it's a bald eagle. I wonder what his name is. Yeah, it is a bald eagle.
They have the rare opportunity to experience, up close, both local birds they may be familiar with, as well as exotic ones they may have never known existed.
The birds are so unique in that there's a bird everywhere, on every continent. Something fits there. Our goal is to treat every creature here with respect.
On that fracture, the fracture.
And respecting what's best for these birds means, whenever possible, that their stay here may only be a temporary one.
They call wildlife for a reason. It's wild, and its life should be in the wild, not should be in cage or in captivity.
And to that end, the World Bird Sanctuary is involved in the release and breeding of birds. The propagation program has helped send many birds, falcons, owls, and others, to their native environments. Raising and releasing a bird, like our national symbol here, takes a lot of work, effort, and support.
Bald eagle is now coming off the endangered species list. Why? People got involved. So we explained to people, we explained to corporations and companies and foundations what needed to be done, and they got excited. So they got involved, and it took everybody working as a team.
And the results, as measured on this spring day.
All right, now that's what you want to see.
The Lake of the Ozarks area of Missouri has one more bald eagle patrolling the skies.
Oh, great.
There we go. Due to the origin or history or physical condition of some birds, release back into the wild isn't an option. Instead, these birds play a big role by participating in breeding or education programs.
Because of that, we can take people on a trip around the world without ever leaving one of our classrooms.
The classrooms today include this open-air amphitheater at their facility near St. Louis. But the educational component of the World Bird Sanctuary's mission knows no bounds.
We do over 850 education programs a year. We will go any place. We've gone all across the country, in fact. We have programs designed from preschoolers all the way up through senior citizens. You saw earlier, Abby can hear the sound of a mouse running across the ground a quarter of a mile away. Now, along with that great hearing, owls also have silent flight. They have little rows of fringes on the outer edge of each wing. These fringes, they muffle the sound of the air as it passes over the wing. So when these birds are out hunting, their prey has no idea the owl is fast approaching. When they see these birds up close, they see them flying right over their heads. It makes such an impression. It's something they're never, ever going to forget. So hopefully when they see that hawk or that vulture out in the wild, they're going to be, hey, I saw that in a program. That bird is important to the environment. It has an important job. We need to help conserve the forest, help conserve the streams, and they want to do their part. We have Scott who needs to recycle a can. Go ahead and stand on up, Scott. Put your arm up there. Very nice job, Mischief. Good work.
Our goal is to involve people in what we do. We want to provide them with a window to the world of wildlife. I don't think anybody's going to want to save or protect something they don't understand. And to understand birds and to really pay attention to them and learn more about them, it makes you maybe not love them as much as I do, but say, wow, that's really neat, they're cool. Then you're going to want to get involved. Once you understand them, you're going to want to help them.